keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling. I'm telling you, the frog man, the frog man. Look at, nice big one, yeah, look at that guy. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. There's a whole school of them under the boat. How big is it? Oh, yes. Yes. My man, the color man, got a big one. Oh,
Jeez.
look at that old big old bass. That's what this is all about.
Bass Pro Shops presents Fishing with Roland Martin. Brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, designed by fishermen for fishermen. Timbuktu, Fisher's Choice, real bait ready when you are. And by Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Closed caption provided by Spro Lures.
Oh, I got him in the pepper grass. Pretty good fish, Don.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Frogfish.
They're hanging in that grass.
Frogfish in the grass.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Go frogfish. You go frogfish. Okay, boys, what do we have? Look at this, Don. Oh, yeah.
Great fish.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Well, here we are, folks, in Central Florida with my good friend Don Rollins from Spike It Corporation, and we just caught a nice bass on a frog. Hey, that's a pretty neat deal.
That's a good fish.
Hey, thanks for getting me into this lake. There's some good quality fish here.
It's a beautiful fish.
Wow, look at his mouth. Look how big he is. I'm gonna go ahead and release him. Well, Don has the dubious distinction of working with Spike It Corporation, and they make all sorts of things, the color selector, all sorts of different products for the industry. And you're gonna show us a few things about color selection. He's the expert on color, so stay tuned. Ooh, let's catch another one.
That was supposed to be my fish.
Bass Pro Shops is a proud sponsor of Fishing with Roland Martin. This segment of Fishing with Roland Martin is brought to you by Gamakatsu Hooks. Go for Gamakatsu. Fishing ain't luck.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good looking spot. Keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling. Put the pressure on. Keep reeling. You gotta go through the grass beds with him. You gotta put the pressure on. Put the pressure on. You got him. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. You got plenty of time. Okay, that's good. Keep them going. That's a big one, son.
Oh, the moss there.
I think you might have the big fish of the day. The big fish of the day. Look at that big one. I'm telling you, the frog man. The frog man. Look at this big guy.
He's hung up so much you can't
how big
find.
he is. He's giant. He's a big fish. He's a big fish. He's a big fish. Oh, look at that one.
Right.
Oh, man, the big fish of the day, son. Look at that one. Holy moly. Hold that one. Oh, wow.
That's
About
a
a 7 or
nice
8 pounder.
fish.
You're talking about a big fish, folks. That is what they're all about. Big old giant bass, frog fish. Look at that big old frog fish. You're talking about a big one, son. Howdy day.
That's a good fish.
You've caught big 10-pound fish.
Yes, I
Of course,
have.
that's not 10 pounds, but it's like 7. It's like a really good. Well, I'm gonna let you release it. How about that?
Sounds good.
Wow, that's as nice as anything I've seen in a long time. We get that stuff out of his mouth. Okay, here we go, son. Let him go. Wow.
That's a nice fish, Roland.
That's a good bass. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's a fun deal.
We turned that frog inside out.
Well, Don, a lot more sun has come out. It's gotten a lot brighter. We had a couple real nice fish to hit the frog, but you know, we're gonna have to change technique. Now, I notice you're the color man and you're also working with a color selector, so maybe you can come up with a recommended color for say, a worm. I wanna fish maybe a worm.
Okay.
What do you recommend on this, on the worm deal?
Well, if we fish it close to the bottom, we're gonna be fishing, we're about a 35 Roland, so we need to use a black.
Okay, the black. Okay,
black.
I got black.
Yep.
You know, now, a lot of people can't understand this, but it's been proven, and the color selector will show it, that black in real clear water can be an excellent color. So we'll go to black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. It's a real big one. Straight under the boat. But look at, nice big one. Yeah, look at that guy. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. There's a whole school of them under the boat. Nice big fish. And they're on structure, down deep. And I'm seeing them on the depth finder. So how we're doing, we're actually fishing vertically. I'm gonna go right just up there, just a little ways up. And there's a whole bunch of bass on the depth finder. And what I'll do is I'll make a little short cast, and that's about the 25-foot water right there. You can see from the watercolor, I'm gonna get that to the bottom. I had 4 or 5 strikes. There's another strike. There's another fish right on the bottom here, 30 foot. There's a whole school right here. We got a whole school of deep water fish right here. Whole school of deep water fish. Big one?
I can't tell.
Got some heat on that one, Don. We put heavier leader on Don's rod. He might have a big one. You know, it looks like he's got a big one. Looks like a really big one.
Oh, yes, pretty nice one.
How big is it? Oh, yes, yes. My man, the color man's got a big one. All right. Look at that old big old bass. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Now, you did some tricky stuff with that tail of that worm. You put some red UV. I want you to show the camera what you did on that thing. Okay. That was cool. Okay. Nice bass. Okay, now we're talking, boys. Yes, sir. Now, Don did some tricky stuff with this worm. He put a red UV color on it, and I want you to show the camera what you did. Nice fat bass,
fish.
huh?
Yeah.
Drop back in the water. Now, Don, go ahead and do what you did with that worm. How show the camera what you did on that. Now, out of the water, that doesn't look like much. I mean, you can't see much, but go ahead and spray it and show what you did. Now, that started off as a black, and we thought it was a black, but he used that blue UV color. Now, show the camera now in the water, Don, if you would, how it looks. Look, it's all glowing blue. It's like a blue glow. You know, the beautiful thing, we have all the different colors available. We have the applicators like this that just paint on, and then we have sprays for soft plastics as well as you have hard bait plastics in colors too, so that's good. I don't know.
Too small?
He's small or not.
Oh, man, nice fish.
Good jumper. Good jumper.
Jeez.
This little old rod is just a perfect little rod for the size fish. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm using a really good system right now. What I do, I'm gonna let this fish go. I use this 4/0 EWG Gamakatsu hook. This is a 20-pound fluorocarbon high catch leader by Momoy. And I'm rigging that up with diamond braid. And that's 20-pound diamond braid. Now, this is one of my neat 6.5 foot rods, and you have one there. It's a 6.5 foot medium action, medium fast rod, recommended for like 6 to 14-pound line, but I'm fishing a heavier line. I got a big fish on a worm. I don't know how big he is, but it's a worm fish.
All right,
Worm
good fish.
This is really light line. Look at that. Hey, look how clear the water is. Okay. Okay. Oh, you got one, Don?
We got one.
I'm gonna throw him back and explain this worm deal. I'll get back into position and try to get another fish going on that thing. The sun's coming out a little bit, so maybe the frog fishing might be over with. We figured a good way to start the day is with the frog, but you know, for the rest of the day, we're probably going to have to go deeper with worms and hard baits. I will make another cast over there by that tree.
This segment of Fishing with Roland Martin is brought to you by Power Pole, shallow water anchoring system. Nitro Boats presents this segment of Fishing with Roland Martin.
Caught a lot of big bass today, I'm telling you. These deep water fish were impressive. I'd see them on, in fact, I just saw some right there. I just looked. Oh, what you got, son? Oh, wow.
We got a nice one here.
You got a big one on. What do you have? That's one of those deep water fish. We've really, oh man, no kidding. Woo. Hey, what do you think, Don?
He feels like a good one.
Is he a good one?
He's
the
biggest one I've had today.
Really? Whoa, look at that guy. Oh man, you got a big one on. Oh yeah, oh look, he's in the grass, he's in the grass, he's in the grass. Oh, he's in the grass. Oh, get him, get him, get him. Whoa, son. Oh, look at that guy.
All right.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Huh?
Nice fish.
That's a good, he went down, he was down in the grass, wasn't he?
Hung in the bottom of it, yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a good,
Nice fish.
Yes, sir.
You got one.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Pretty good. Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
That's what places with you.
That's a big fish. It's a big fish, folks.
Good gracious.
Acrobatic. He's not the biggest fish in the world, but boy, he thinks he is. He thinks he is, I'm telling you. Okay. Okay. Look, boy, when they get that thing, they gobble it. They gobble it down. They gobble it down. I'm telling you. You gotta really pry it out of their mouth. That's the deal there, boys. That frog. Now, they don't always hit the frog because sometimes the light's so bright. Today it's really overcast. And there's another thing coming, and I don't know if that makes any difference, but there's actually a hurricane coming. And the pressures and stuff are kind of going crazy. And sometimes bass really react in front of a storm, you know? Kind of what's happening right now. Bass are really kind of going crazy. At least this afternoon, we caught some big fish. He really hit hard, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, nice one.
That's a good fish. Well, that worm color, that dark worm color is really paying off.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he really took it fast. The big fish hit the frog. That's not the big fish.
Okay.
There was a bigger fish. There was a second fish that's in there that's bigger than that one. Well, the first fish was bigger than this one. This is a nice fish, but the first one, I'll swear, was a bigger fish. He came zooming out of there. I swear, Don, there was two fish in there. This one was the second one. This isn't the biggest one. That's a nice one. That's pretty good. But watch this. You want to see a bigger fish? Watch this one hit.
Oh, yes.
That jumper. That guy is a jumper, isn't he? I'll tell you what, that is one jumping fish there, boys. Here he goes. Really a hot fish. Big old frog bass. He ain't real heavy, but he's just real acrobatic. I'm telling you, he jumped out of the water now, didn't he? Woo! He really jumped out of the water. I love it. You know, in the fall, we try to fish these frogs around all the milfoil and stuff, and it seems like the best time to catch frog fish is the fall. You know, that's what we have here. It's October. It's kind of cool here in Florida.